Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of the Ball Blab podcast. My name is Jason Stalakis. I have Nate remote today. A lot to talk
Hello,
about and a
everyone.
lot to, uh, kind of digest still as we are
Yeah,
witnessing the downfall of the Boston Red Sox right in front of our very eyes. Take it away, Nate.
so, so I was thinking we do a bit of a special episode today, a little bit of a different type. I think that, game one of this series against the Rockies is just really showed the downfall and all the problems that this game deserves its whole episode on its own. I mean, I can already think of six really big things that happened in this game that contributed to the loss that were just, mind-boggling. And yeah, I think this entire episode will be dedicated to this game and just a very very detailed breakdown. So let's jump right to it. Let's first go with the pitching matchup. It was James Paxton starting for the Boston Red Sox and former Red Sox Connor Siebold starting for the Colorado Rockies.
You mean former Red Sox legend Connor Siebold, right?
Yeah, former Red Sox legend Connor Siebold starting for the Colorado Rockies. And so in the top of the first inning, James Paxton is able to retire the side, I believe, relatively easily after a leadoff double. And then here comes the first really, big thing. Here comes the first sort of really big problem with this game for the Red Sox as we break it down. Basically, it starts off really good with three consecutive hits for the Red Sox. Duran singles, Verdugo singles, and Turner singles, but Duran has to hold at third. And then here comes Rafael Devers, who, I mean, we can still say is the most talented player and should be the most dangerous hitter on the team, but is obviously having a down year. Jason, what does he do on the first pitch?
First pitch, low changeup. He grounds out weakly to the pitcher and grounds into a 1-2-3 double play. If for you guys at home who don't really know what that is, that means he grounded it to the pitcher and the pitcher went home, and then the catcher had enough time to go to first for the out. So one of the worst things you could do in that situation.
I mean, aside from a triple play, I think it probably is the worst thing because you get a double play, so you gift the other team 2 outs and a run doesn't come and score. Didn't
Duvall pop out or strike out? I can't remember.
What do you mean?
Duvall in the next at bat because
we did. Jason, we did not score in that inning, which
I know.
But
there were nobody out, and then Duvall came up, and I think he. I gotta look what happened.
Bases, no, I'm on the plate. No, Jason, that happened with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and then Duvall struck out swinging. There we go. I'm on it right now. After he ground into the double play, Duvall struck out.
Yeah.
So typical Red Sox bullshit right there.
Yeah. That's really the first big thing.
And by the way, Colorado was coming off of a win after losing 6 straight.
Mm-hmm. That's another big thing. This is all happening against the Colorado Rockies, a team that is in last place in their division. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's the first big thing. The offense statistically has been decent, but lately it's really been bad. And especially on the situational hitting side. I mean, I think what did they have? 11 hits in their last 80 at bats or something with runners in scoring position. It's been another level of awful. And to me, the big thing, and then it's one thing if they're not getting the hits and they're not getting out or they're not getting the productive outs. But what really is troubling to me is just the quality of at bats, the swinging on the first pitch. Again, they're obsessed with this. And Rafael Devers, I mean, I love him, but I think he does way too much of it because I feel like he's just gifting. Because, I mean, I see it all the time. He swings wildly at the first pitch, and it's usually a swing and a miss. I mean, it just doesn't really work. And then he kind of, makes contact here, which is kind of really the worst thing you could do. He makes weak contact and ground into a 1-2-3 double play. Red Sox with the bases loaded and no outs in the inning get nothing. And you want to know the worst part? That is by far their best chance at scoring runs against Connor Siebold, like throughout the game.
And it would prove costly later on. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Like
it's frustrating, dude.
Keep in mind, Connor Siebold, we saw him on the Red Sox. He was terrible. Terrible. I mean, I guess he was coming off one good start, but still he had an ERA over 5.
One good start. Listen to yourself.
Yeah.
One good start.
Still had an ERA over 5. So this is a guy we should have been teeing off of.
Right.
And the one chance we get to actually put up a crooked number, we blew it.
Yeah. But then the top of the second is actually great in our favor for pitching, right? James Paxton comes out and strikes out the side, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that is one positive of this game. James Paxton looked awesome, but and with another thing, another way, this game manifests the team as a whole. Like anytime it seems like we're able to get something going on one end, it kind of is. It's sort of like a case of 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I mean, it's kind of been the case this whole year with this team. Like they'll win 3 in a row, then lose 5 in a row. So
that's the perfect way of putting it. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Exactly. Yeah. This team has been dog shit. Dog shit. You can't be losing.
Stringing momentum together. Yeah, I mean,
after they lost 8 straight or won 8 straight. Why'd I say lose? After they won 8 straight, it has gone to shit.
Yeah, it's been completely terrible since. And okay, so let's go back to the game. Bottom of the second, nothing really happens. Top of the third, nothing happens.
1, 2, 3 inning by Paxton. And here's the other thing. The theme of the past few games, other than Cutter Crawford last night, was Red Sox pitchers with quality starts, including James Paxton. James Paxton marked the 4th consecutive game of Red Sox starters recording quality starts. And for a quality start, you need at least 6 innings pitched and to give up 3 or less earned runs, right?
Yeah. Speaking of, I believe the Red Sox only allowed. I believe only 2 of the Red Sox runs allowed in this game were earned. So that's a bit of a segue into something else.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. But anyway, the third inning, absolutely nothing of note happens. Okay, here we go. Top of the 4th inning. This is what I was foreshadowing to. So leadoff guy gets out. That's good. But then Ryan McMahon, hot hitter, he doubles. Then something Diaz grounds out to third base.
Elias
so
Diaz.
Runner on second, 2 outs, and so runner on second,
Randall
2 outs.
Grichuk comes to the plate.
Randall Grichuk comes to the plate, hits as routine of a ground ball as you could imagine to Kike Hernandez, and he spikes in the dirt. Casas can't pick it, and a run scores.
It couldn't have been more routine. I put blame on both sides. If I could give an E6 and an E3, I would. But unfortunately, baseball ruling, you got to give the shortstop an error. I give part of the blame pie on Casas because a decent first baseman makes that play. And that's my take. A decent first baseman makes that pick. But I'm not saying it wasn't Kike's fault. It was definitely Kike's fault. Just putting a little bit of the blame pie on Casas there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really bad throw, though. It was like an early spike that he didn't need to make. I mean, I feel like he kind of rushed it, but he probably felt like he had less time than he needed to, than he could have, and just threw it way too quickly. And a costly error, unearned run scores. Red Sox go down 1-0. Again, just the defense. This is I mean, it is saying something. When the Red Sox, gave up the inside to the park home run a couple of games ago, I don't know, I forget who it was against, but I think it might have been Tampa Bay. When the Red Sox gave up that inside the park home run against Tampa Bay, I mean, Will Fleming was on the call of the radio, and he literally said when he was calling that play, and the bad news bears routine continues. I mean, it is truly saying something that we were comparing the Red Sox defense to the bad news bears, but I think it's justified. I mean, you have Kike Hernandez at shortstop, and who shouldn't be playing that position, but is forced to because of our roster construction. And you have an outfield that's hit or miss. It's just an overall. It's just a terrible overall infield. Just and like sure, you could make an argument that it's really only like shortstop that's like truly been terrible, but like you can't. But like it's ridiculous to ignore that because shortstop is such a key position and one that gets so many chances. So like if you have an awful defensive shortstop, you pretty much have a terrible defensive team because of how important that position is.
I 100% agree with you. And I saw something on Twitter
and it's contagious. So like it leads to bad throws from everyone. Like I mean, and Casas hasn't played a particularly good first base too. So yeah, like,
he's been
that combination. I mean, you have if you have a bad combination of those two, you have a bad defensive team. Yeah, like there's bad range too. I mean, like at best it's mediocre, and at worst it's just downright terrible.
Casas' Strato card's gonna be like a 4E 40 something. I don't know.
I mean,
it'll be bad.
Kike's I think will still I think Kike's will still be a 4 because like sure he's made a couple of good line drive catches, but that's just such a situational thing to be good at. And I still don't really think his range like on the ground is particularly good. And for E rating, he's probably gonna have like an E80. But anyway, yeah, just like here we go. The defense like flounders yet again. I mean, and we're not done. Like we're not done, but like we'll be coming back to it. So yeah,
foreshadowing.
That's definitely our second theme of this game. Defense. Floundering.
And then bottom of the fourth, fucking we go 1, 2, 3. Red Sox.
Nope, nothing happens.
Nope.
Top of the fifth. I mean, a couple of singles, but Paxton's able to get out of it and is actually able to strike out on the side. And here we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Good God. All right, thing number 3. All right, Arroyo leads off the inning flying out, and then Connor Wong singles to left field.
It was one of those hits where it's like a line shot at the monster where it's like, it's going to be a long single. Like anyone who plays at Fenway Park.
And you should damn well know that if you play at Fenway Park, because what Wong does is he hits it's a hard hit ball off the monster. He tries to go to second and is out by a mile. Like, I mean, it wasn't even close. The second baseman for the Rockies had the ball in his glove and was able to stand there for a couple of seconds and literally just wait for Connor Wong to get there so he could tag him out. That's how not close it was.
And when he caught the ball, he was out of the freaking frame of the freaking camera. He wasn't this is the camera, right? He's like not even, it was a good second before he appeared. I feel it just felt like that. It was awful base running mistake, and a mistake you can't be making when you're down like that. That is unacceptable. If I was Alex Cora, he would be benched.
Yep, without question. I mean, if he benched Verdugo for, I don't even know what the play was.
Not hustling.
If you're gonna bench him for not hustling, I would bench someone for making a decision that dumb, because that was just flat out stupid. Like, yes. I mean, like, if you ask if you were to ask the question, what was he thinking? He wasn't thinking. And just when you're down like that is unacceptable.
Yeah.
And then what do you know? 3 men come up to bat and that inning as Hernandez rounds out to the catcher of all places. All right, top of the 6th, James Paxton continues to get it done. 1, 2, 3. All right, so bottom of the 6th, Red Sox actually get something going. They get a hit with a runner on as Verdugo walks with one out.
That was a good at bat. If I remember, that was a good at bat.
I mean, Verdugo. I think it was. I think a 7-pitch walk. A good plate appearance, actually, because it's not an at bat.
Oh yeah.
And Turner doubles to score Verdugo. All right, decent stuff, but they get nothing aside from that. With just 1 out and a runner on second, Devers strikes out swinging on 6 pitches, so I guess that's a decent at bat, although he was up 3-1 in the count.
Yep.
And Duvall popped up to end the inning.
And it goes back to one of the first themes, which is like runners in scoring position. They've been atrocious, mind
Yep.
you.
Atrocious. And keep in mind, this is all against the Colorado Rockies. Of all teams to do this against. So yeah, I mean, they get nothing else in the bottom of the sixth, which is rather disappointing. And then to the top of the seventh. Top of the seventh is, nothing of note happens. Leadoff walk, but then we get a strikeout and a double play to end the inning. So bottom of the seventh, all right. We lead off, ground out by our boy Tristan Casas, and then a home run by Arroyo to make it 2-1. And then so that's good stuff. But again, we just can't really capitalize at all. And then we get a pop out by Wong and a ground out by Hernandez. Again, this is against the Colorado Rockies pitching staff. We really should be getting more here. It's pretty frustrating.
Brent
that this
Suter
is
came in the game, by the way. It was Brent Suter.
I've heard of him, so maybe that makes him a bit more valid.
So what?
So what? It's probably just a name I've heard deep in the crevices of my brain. But anyway, top of the eighth inning, it's pretty bad. Line out, then a double, then another line out. So we have 2 outs. Okay, maybe we can get out of it. But then McMahon walks, 2-out walk, nothing.
That was the turning point.
Walks.
I'll interrupt you. That was the turning point in the whole freaking inning, because Winkowski, he's good at getting ground balls and throwing strikes. That at bat, he could not find the strike zone if he tried.
Yep,
and he had one strike, if I remember, but that was after a mound visit.
It was a 5-pitch walk.
It was a 5-pitch walk, and I'm like, yeah, it could be over, because Elias Diaz has been pretty good.
And you can say it was the turning point in in terms of the Red Sox chances of winning the game. At first, this game seems a little annoying, but looked like one that they could maybe win in sort of an ugly fashion, and we wouldn't really be talking about it. But that walk was huge as Diaz hits a single in the 6-pitch at bat to tie up the game. And yeah. So we go, it's a tied game, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And
wait. Let's not even forget. Winkowski can't even finish the inning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good point. Winkowski
He walks Randall fucking Grichuk. It was a tough at bat, but still, he can't get Randall Grichuk out, and then our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Brennan Bernardino, comes in and bails out Winkowski. Or I wouldn't say bails out, but gets the other guy out. I forget who.
Yeah, he's able to get him to strike out, and that was also a relatively long at bat of 6 pitches. So
one of Winkowski's roughest outings of the year.
Yeah, definitely one of his rougher ones. So yeah, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and nothing really happens at all. We get a walk from Turner. That's it. Top of the 9th, Jansen does his thing.
Wait. No, you're forgetting. Rafael Devers hit a line drive to right center field. Nolan Jones, highway robbery of Rafael Devers, right? Just got unlucky there. And the Bluminati is going to say, oh, that was an expected .70 expected on base average or something of that ball, right? Expected batting average, XBA, some nerd stat. I'm like, well, it's an out. An out's an out. That's baseball. Sorry.
And it's an out. And keep in mind, you can't use that as a bad luck excuse. The Red Sox had way more chances to win this game, and they found way more new and creative ways to shoot themselves in the foot. So, yeah, I can't really say I feel sorry for anyone there. And then, so bottom of the 9th inning, looked like we could get something going here with a leadoff walk to Duvall, and Tristan Casas immediately grounds into a double play. See ya. And to add insult to injury, Arroyo doubled.
Wait. Back to Casas' thing. On the first pitch.
Wait, it was on the
first pitch.
It was on the first pitch.
I'm 99% sure it was on the first pitch.
The first pitch, the technical first pitch was an automatic ball due to a pitch clock violation. But yeah, that doesn't count. I don't think that even counts as a pitch in the technical sense. And but yeah, again, like I think that is two first pitch double plays the Red Sox have grounded out into in this game. Two.
Yep. And then
And that's
Arroyo,
not
like
even
you
the
said,
only double play they ground into in this game.
it
Oh
was
no,
a,
we are not done.
No. And here's the thing, Nate, right? What does Connor, all right, and you said to add insult to injury, Christian Arroyo doubles, would have had the winning run score, had fucking, or I don't want to say definitely scored, but it would have made things a lot interesting had Casas not ground into a double play. Because Nate, what do we always say? Grounding into a double play is literally the worst thing you can do. I'd rather a strikeout there.
Yeah. Without
And
question.
then to add more insult to injury, what does Connor Wong do on the first pitch?
Rounds out to short. Like, I mean, just like this, it is ridiculous how often they are getting outs on the first pitch. I mean, like swinging on the first pitch it can work on occasion when, say, you're starting an inning to sort of like, keep a pitcher honest. But like, it's not something you should be doing all the time. And this team's obsessed with it, and it does not work.
No.
It's one thing if it's working, but it is not working, but they keep doing it. It's a serious problem. And like, it has really come to bite them. I think that's probably the fourth thing, like the constant terrible at bats, that end on the first pitch. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, like in two instances, they've grounded into double plays. Okay. And here we go.
Yeah, top 10th. I'll start. So Big Dick Nick Pivetta comes in and replaces Kenley Jansen, and he gets the first two outs pretty easily. And I'm thinking to myself, okay.
And more importantly, not a single run scores. I mean, another instance of like, a decent start, but like, it's not done. Oh boy, is it not done.
And this is bad managing by Cora. Cora walked Ryan McMahon there. That is a terrible move, and it costed the Red Sox. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, there's two outs. Like, why do you need to fucking put him on first?
He's a hot hitter, but like, I mean, you have two outs in the inning, and like, I mean, like, I think it's way too overly cautious, and especially with two outs, you gotta try and pitch to him, and yeah, I mean, it really cost them because he intentionally walks, and then our boy Diaz, who I feel like has been everywhere in this game, he walks on 5 pitches to load the bases, and then Randall Grichuk walks. Like, I mean, like, I guess it started raining there, but come on, like,
what? Hey, what do we always say?
Absolutely, excuses are like armpits. Everyone has them, and they all stink. So anyway, Pivetta walks in a run, and then here we go. I think this is the play that got me to shut the game off.
Yeah, and this is a bad fucking. Cora put in the new guy Joe Jakes, right? Bad. That was the worst time to make your major league debut. Why? It's a high leverage situation in extra innings. It's freaking rainy, and the runs are on. Like I'm gonna say go ahead because screw the freaking Ghost Runner. I know the Ghost Runner scored. Yeah. And then Joe Jakes comes in, and then I think it was he gets an automatic pitch clock violation. Then on a 3-2 pitch, take it away, Nate.
3-2 pitch. All right. Ground ball to Tristan Casas. He boots it. I don't care that it was slippery. Routine ground ball right to him. You got to make that play. He boots it. Rocky scored yet another unearned run on like due to the Red Sox defense. And technically the Rockies scored 3 unearned runs, but only that was because one of them was because of the automatic runner, and 2 of them were because of the Red Sox defense. And yeah, yet another unearned run scored due to the Red Sox defense, and they get the huge second run, which is a pivotal advantage for the away team in these types of extra innings games. And there, I knew that they were going to lose the game, which they did.
And then there's a long ass rain delay. It was a lecture hall student. It was long.
How long was it?
Oh, it had to have been at least let's see, an hour and a half, because they got going at like 11:45.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought it was like I knew there was a rain delay, but I didn't know it was that long.
It was a long rain delay. And then
Wow.
freaking Justin Garza, our boy, comes in.
He's able to get the inning to end.
And
then we go to the
now
bottom.
Tristan Casas makes the fucking play. It's funny.
Yeah. And then bottom of the 10th inning, Masataka Yoshida, easily the best hitter, does his thing, singles, pinch hitting, singles to get Juan to go to third, and then Refsnyder grounds into a fielder's choice and to get a run in, but then Verdugo comes up, and what do you know, rounds into a game-ending double play on the second pitch this time.
Oh, yeah, we're graduating from the first pitch to the second goddamn pitch. It's awesome.
So, yeah.
As Chaim Bloom says, we're going to do this. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, man. But, yeah, just like – so, yeah, I mean, it really – so the terrible at-bats the terrible at-bats when it matters. So that's one thing, which led to 3 ground ball double plays. One of them, being a 1-2-3 double play with the bases loaded and no outs. The stupid mental mistake by Wong that I really think made a difference. And the awful defense that contributed to 2 unearned runs, and they lost the game by 1 run. So just like, I mean, maybe so those 3 things, like, are contributed to the most hair-pulling loss of the season, and one that really just shows everything wrong with this team.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
And like, yeah, go on.
I don't know what this team does moving forward, honestly. And then yesterday was your poor man's version of that loss.
I don't know. I guess it didn't. I guess it was a more less attention grabbing version. I think there weren't quite as many hair pulling aspects of it, and they actually got 6 runs. I mean, it's by far the most runs they've scored in like 2 weeks. So that was something. But yeah, and this is all against I think the fourth thing we can add is, the fact that it was against the Colorado Rockies and Connor Siebold.
Yes. Let's see. I'm looking at the box score again. With runners in scoring position, 2 for 8, 6 left on base. Errors by Kike Hernandez. By the way, Kike Hernandez has made 14 errors. 13 of them have been via the throw. It's freaking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Pivetta gets the loss. Hard to blame. It's hard to blame him, but
he didn't walk in a run, though.
He walked in runs. But yeah, I'm not going to go into depth on yesterday's game. It's just awful.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even watch last night's game. I mean, because I was so mad about game 1. I mean, and the reason why I wanted to wait a little bit on breaking this game down was just, so the Red Sox didn't. It's just so we wouldn't sound weird because if the Red Sox won the next 2, but they've already lost a series to the Colorado Rockies of all teams, and now apparently Devers and Yoshida. Who's out of the lineup today? Are Devers and Yoshida?
Yep.
Apparently Devers and Yoshida are out of the lineup in today's game, so there's probably a good chance that they get swept at home by the Colorado Rockies of all teams.
It is a lefty on the mound, though, but it's over management.
Without question. Yoshida's by far our best hitter. By far. And, yeah, just... So, yeah, I mean, so the inability to beat bad teams, terrible defense, terrible hitting with runners in scoring position, and just bad fundamental baseball due to mental mistakes. Just those 4 things, all played a huge part in the Red Sox losing this game, and, have been really consistent issues on and off, but mostly on all season.
Yeah. So I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Yeah, this team sucks. We'll go more into depth on trade deadlines crap and selling later, but
But yeah, I feel like this game needed its own episode because of just how bad it was and just how it manifested everything wrong with this team.
Yeah. Alrighty. Go Sox. Hard to even do that, but go Sox.
Yeah, go Sox. Maybe, I don't know at this point.
Yeah.